Oh, hello everybody. It's Valerie Ling, clinical psychologist here, coming to you live from a parked car. So do not worry, I am parked and safe. I've actually just finished exercise class and I was mulling over some stuff in my head and I thought, I'm actually going to come on and do a live stream in terms of some of the negative headspace that even I myself can get into when it comes to burnout and probably being perfectionistic and having unrealistic expectations about my health. Do you do that at all? Do you have a set of unrealistic expectations for not just your work or taking care of people, but even for your health? Hey Lisa, thanks for joining me. So as you know, I'm an advocate for preventing burnout, and exercise is really, really important in that equation. People laugh it off, but it's actually really, really important for a whole bunch of reasons. Now, I have found myself in the last 3 weeks just catching a cold after a cold after a cold, and it's just been weighing me down. And I've just been finding it really difficult to get to exercise. First of all, the weather's not been fantastic for me to set out at the times when I would usually set out. And as I was signed up for an exercise class today, great, loved it, wasn't going to go, and found myself actually really beating myself up about it, thinking, oh my goodness, you're a burnout advocate, you're so run down, how resilient is that, what are people going to think? Yes, this goes through my head as well. But isn't that the speak of shame? And I started to recognize that, gosh, I'm actually feeling ashamed for being sick, for being human, that somehow I'm defective somehow, that even in my own thoughts about not getting burnt out, that, you somehow have to have a body that's a machine and isn't vulnerable. So I just want to share with you how I got out of that funk, because I did actually get to exercise class. I did, however, reach out to the instructor, let them know where I was at, gave them the heads up that I would need to pace and pull back if I thought my body needed to pace down. And the instructor did check in with me. I'm very grateful for that. Okay, so take a nap. That's my approach. It's an acronym. I didn't actually fall asleep before I went to exercise. It's my nap. Number one, normalize it, right? We've got to just normalize it. These things happen. Germs are around all the time. About 15 years ago, nobody bothered to really, have a hand sanitizer in their handbags. But fast forward, these days, there's all kinds of germs, all kinds of bugs. We're constantly in close quarters with people. So let's just normalize it. You're going to get sick. And sometimes you're going to get sick 3 times in a row. Okay, let's not beat ourselves up about it. Number 2, let's just accept. So N for normalize, A for accept. I think we just need to accept that, yes, it is possible that when you are working hard and working on things that are really meaningful and that you're very passionate about, you're going to push. You are going to push. But then, hey, Gerda, thanks for joining me. I'm just talking about my nap, which is not actually going to sleep, but an acronym. So first, normalize. Second, so accept that actually there are going to be times where you're going to push. It's unsustainable to keep pushing. But when you know why you're pushing, you can actually accept and say, okay, there is going to be a time where I'm going to get tired. I am going to get exhausted, particularly when there are all various components of your world, sort of pushing onto one another, family, work, all kinds of things. So accept. Don't beat yourself up on it. But the important thing is the P. What comes after that? After you normalize and after you accept, you've got to problem solve, right? That's the thing that features in a resilient mindset, is we're just going to have to problem solve. Why is it that, Valerie, you've been sick 3 times, three times in the last month? What's happening? Let's have a look at nutrition. Let's have a look at sleep. Let's actually have a look and see whether I've been in a lot more public contact. Maybe I actually need to have a look and see what I'm doing for myself when I am traveling and when I'm interacting in public spaces quite that much. So problem solve, figure out what you need, and keep going, right? So I just wanted to get on and say, look, it's all right. And sometimes we're going to have to push, but importantly, we need to know when to pull back. We need to know when to pace and when to problem solve so that we can keep going the distance. Goodbye, Lisa. Goodbye, Gerda. See you later.